What's up, you guys? Welcome back to HOMINY's channel. So today I am making a recipe that you all have been waiting for. I know I'm a little late. You guys wanted this like during Christmas and New Year's Eve, but it's cool because it's still cold outside. So I'm still in time. So I'm bringing you guys today a pozole recipe, and today I'm kind of taking it back kind of to like my first cooking video where I brought you guys on a little trip to the grocery store. So I'm bringing you guys to the grocery store with me so we can get all our ingredients. I'm in this bougie ass neighborhood. I hate fucking living in this fucking neighborhood. It kind of sucks because when you live in a bougie ass neighborhood, the Mexican aisle is like or like the Hispanic aisle is like so small. Like they don't have a lot to pick from, but we're gonna make it work. So just roll with me and you guys are gonna see. Alright guys, so the first thing that we're gonna get are our veggies. So you're gonna need limones. So I already have my little bag right here. You're going to need cabbage. And you're gonna need rábanos. And you're gonna need 1 whole garlic. And you're gonna need 1 yellow onion. Now you guys are gonna see the fucking whack ass aisle of Mexican food and Hispanic food that we have in this bougie ass neighborhood. So it's just this little ass aisle. And then like I hate their chile section. Like it's so fucking small and there's only like 1 brand, but it's okay because we're gonna make it work. So you're going to need a big bag of chile California, or the California chile, if you can see. You're also gonna need consomme. You're gonna need 1 of these, a big one. The next thing you're gonna need is 2 big cans of HOMINY. I like this brand. I've never really used another brand, but my mom has always stayed faithful to this brand, so this is the one I get. So you want to get 2 big cans. Don't get the little can. This is a little can. You need the 2 big cans. You're gonna need Tostadas. I'm not really picky with the brand. I just get whichever ones, but I'm gonna grab some of these. So make sure you grab Tostadas. Alright guys, so for the chicken, I'm going to take 1 of the picnic packs. So 1 picnic pack. And then I'm gonna grab 2 packages of the half breast. Make sure you get the one that has the skin on. Do not get the breast fillet. Make sure you get the half breast with the bone and the skin on it. So I'm grabbing 2 of these. Alright guys, we're back at my house now. We got everything that we need to make our pozole. So let me show you guys what I've done so far. So for pozole, you're gonna need a big pot like this. I strongly recommend you use a big pot. I already rinsed the chicken with cold water and I put water in it. So the next step, I literally barely put it on the stove. So the next step is we're going to grab a head of onion and we're gonna put it in our pot. Make sure you put the whole head of onion in there. And also try to remove some of the skin. I removed most of it, so we're good. So I've already tried, I try to take off most of the skin from my garlic. You don't want to take off too much skin because if not, it's gonna fall apart, and you don't want a bunch of like little garlic cloves all scattered in there because somebody's gonna be eating pozole. Next thing you know, they're gonna be fucking eating a whole bowl of garlic. So try to make it whole, and we're gonna dump it in there. So as of now, I'm not throwing any salt in just because once my chicken starts boiling, then I'm gonna put some of the consomme in there, or the chicken bouillon, whatever you like to call it. I know you guys are probably like, why are you putting chicken bouillon if there's already natural chicken broth in there. This is gonna give it more flavor. So you can use salt if you want instead, but I highly recommend that you use the chicken bouillon to give it flavor. So we're gonna let it boil for a little bit. I'm gonna wait maybe like 20 to 30 minutes for it to boil. Once it starts boiling a little bit, then I'm gonna add some of the chicken bouillon. Okay guys, so now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our bag of Chile California and we're gonna clean them, and then we're gonna put them, los vamos a remojar. How do you say it in English?
Rinse? Or no?
We're just gonna let them sit in the water. Basically, the purpose of letting them sit in the water, we're gonna leave them in there for about an hour or two. The reason why we're gonna let them sit in water is just so that they can soften up. So, if you're in a hurry and you don't got time for that shit, option number 2 is to boil these. You can boil them for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, but do not let it pass more than 2 to 3 minutes, because if not, it's gonna give it like a sweet or like a sour flavor, and you don't want that. So I'm gonna, since I do have time, I'm gonna let them sit in water for about an hour, so that they can soften up. But if you're a busy bitch and you don't got time for that, then you could boil them for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna open it up.
So you took the stem off first?
Yeah, I took the stem off. And now I'm gonna take out the seeds, and make sure you clean these super good. You want all the seeds out. And now you're gonna rinse it. You're gonna rinse it and you're gonna throw it in here. You're gonna use your whole bag, so make sure you're gonna use your whole bag. So make sure you clean and let these sit, the whole bag. Okay, guys?
Okay, guys. So now we are going to add some consomme, which is this. You wanna add like 3 big spoonfuls, depending on how salty you like it. Is how you're gonna go with, but normally I always add about 4 teaspoons, and make sure you guys use a big spoon like this. Don't be like me using a little like spoon, because that's what I did. You gotta make sure you guys use these big spoonfuls, and they gotta look like this. So you want to add 4 of these. This is what's gonna give your pozole flavor. And then at the end, once it's ready, if it's still not to your liking, you guys can always add more. But this should be just enough for those that don't like it so salty and flavorful. But honestly, this is what gives you guys, this is what gives the pozole flavor. So and I think that should be fine. After you're done, just want to spin it. You just want to mix all of it in. And then we'll go back and start tasting as soon once the chicken is more cooked.
Alright guys, so your chiles should look like this. So it's been about an hour already and they're soft already. So I can start making my salsa for my pozole. Your cabbage, your chopped up cabbage should look like this, super thin. This is what it should look like. So chop up your cabbage thin. Now I'm gonna cut my radishes. So I'm gonna show you guys how I cut mine. So I cut the stems off. You wanna cut it from both sides. And you could eat yours whole, it doesn't really matter, but I like to do mine thin, like in circles. So I just chop it up in circles, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna do another one just to demonstrate to you guys. You cut off this, cut off the other side, and you just do it in circles like that. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna show you guys how to make this tomato like sauce that I make. It's kind of like a topping for your pozole. It's not spicy, but it gives it extra flavor. It's real easy to make. So what you're gonna need, so I've already chopped up my my 2 tomatoes. I just chopped them up like in half so it's easier to blend. And then I grabbed about this much onion. So this is how much onion you're gonna use. For the water, we're gonna add about maybe about that much water. So you don't want to put too much because you don't want it super watery. And I'm going to add about this much salt, not too much. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my bag of oregano. And I'm gonna use about this much. You don't wanna use too much because oregano has a very strong flavor. So just a little bit. And then you're gonna grind it in your hand. So you're just gonna go like this. Make sure you grind it super good. And just that little bit that I put in there is gonna give it a good flavor. And you mix it. Make sure you mix it super good. This salsa is a must, you guys. If you guys are making pozole, this salsa is a must. So I highly recommend that you make this salsa. Alright guys, so now my chiles are nice and soft. So I put them inside the blender. And then where I had them sitting in the water, I'm going to grab some of that water. And the water's super dark because of the chile. And I'm going to use that same water to make my salsa. And you don't want your salsa to be hella watery, but you don't want it too thick. Fuck. And if it's your first time making it, just add as you go. You don't have to add it in all at once. And you don't have to put salt in the salsa just because you already flavored your this with the chicken broth and the actual chicken and the onion and all that, so you don't have to flavor the salsa. All we're gonna use for our salsa for the pozole is water and chiles. Alright, so you see how my salsa's kind of thick? So I definitely need to add more water. So now I'm gonna add more water. So I added about two and a half more of these of water. So your salsa should look like this, like not too thick and not too watery. So you need a strainer. You need one of these. The purpose of this is to make sure none of the seeds fall in there, or whatever didn't get blended well, like the chiles, it'll stay stuck on here. Frank, can you open up the hominy for me, please?
Yeah, hominy is the same one.
Okay, so now we're gonna throw it in there, and you're gonna do it little by little. So I'm gonna use this. So make sure you do this little by little because this shit gets a little heavy. And if you're not making a big pot like this, then you don't need to use all the chiles. You could probably use like half the bag. But if you're using a big pot like this, then I do recommend that you use the whole bag. So you see how all the thick stuff is getting stuck up here? So that's why we use a strainer. Okay, so we got all the good stuff out. Yeah, okay, so now we're gonna mix it. And the salsa is what makes our pozole red. And don't ask me for no green pozole or no white pozole. A bitch doesn't make that color. I make the red one. So you guys figure it out if you guys want to know how to make the red one. Okay, so right after you throw in your chile or your salsa, now you're going to want to throw in the hominy. So what we're going to do is we're going to dump out the water that's in the hominy. You don't want none of this water, so you're going to throw it all out. Okay. Now we're going to throw it in here. Shit. Be careful, guys. This is dangerous.
Cameraman's all back here.
Yes. Shit's getting real over here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take some water out because there's not gonna be enough for my second can. So I'm gonna take some of the juice out, and while you're doing that, you could also take out some of the fat. So see all the fat that's on the top, or like all the oil, you could take it out. You're not gonna get all of it, but I mean you could get most of it. Okay, now I made enough room. Again, throw out your juice. Fuck, I need one of those old lady fucking mandils, because a bitch is not trying to get dirty over here. Oh shit. Ah!
What
That shit got on my foot.
Oh my god.
This shit is hot, you guys. Alright, you guys. So my pozole is almost done. Now, all you gotta do is wait about 15 to 20 minutes just so that the salsa and the hominy could cook together with the chicken. And just, you know, give it a little more flavor. So we're gonna let it chill and cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're gonna be able to eat, guys. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so it's been about 20 minutes and my pozole is ready to go, girl. So, you know, I'm ready to eat. So I'm gonna show you guys how I prep my pozole bowl. I also wanted to mention, a lot of people use pork in their pozole. We try not to eat a lot of pork here at my house, just because pork is not that good for you. Not to lie, it does give the pozole a good ass flavor. So if you do like to eat pork, feel free to throw pork in there. You do have to cook it for a little longer because you want to make sure the pork is cooked good. But it's optional. You don't have to throw pork in it. You could just do you could also do chicken just like we did. So just wanted to throw that. So I got my pozole in my bowl. So now what I'm gonna do is, also I forgot to mention, make sure you chop up some onions. And then as you see, I have my cabbage here, and I have my lemons here, and I have my salsa. Remember, it's not spicy, but it gives it flavor. So first I'm gonna throw in my cabbage. And you throw it at the top like that. So then I'm gonna throw some onion on here. I'm gonna throw some rábano on there. Now, I'm gonna grab my salsa and I'm gonna put it at the top. And you're gonna squeeze some lemon on there.
You guys met the homie tonight for dinner, and guess what, you guys, she vlogged this, so you guys won't miss out.
What's up, IG?
Delicious recipe. It's fucking fire.
Alright, so now you know we don't eat anything without tapatio. So we're gonna throw some tapatio in there. Okay, so I can't even explain how many times I got bitched at for my last video because a bitch didn't do the fetish bite. So I'm gonna do my fetish bite for you guys. I'm not gonna pick the bowl up because it's fucking hot as fuck. So let's see, let's take my first bite. I'm gonna get some rábano.
Wait, hold on. Go.
Okay.
Wait, alright. Sorry, okay, go.
Fire. 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 So that is how I prepare my pozole bowl. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to make the tostada. So me and my family, we make these tostadas that are made out of the pozole. So roll with me so I can show you guys. I kind of jumped ahead of you guys. So what you do is you grab a tostada and then you smear sour cream on the bottom of the tostada. On top of the sour cream, you're gonna get chicken from your pozole and you're gonna shred it and you're gonna put it on your tostada. Then you're gonna put cabbage on top. I'm gonna throw a little bit of onion. I'm gonna grab some sour cream and I'm just gonna put a little bit on the top. I'm gonna grab some of my salsa and I'm gonna put a little bit on the top also. I'm gonna grab some radish and I'm gonna put some radish on top. I'm gonna put some lemon on it. And now I'm gonna grab some tapatio. And I'm gonna throw some tapatio on it. This is fucking fire, you guys. If you guys have never had these tostadas, you need to make one when you make your pozole. It's so fucking good. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna do my fetish bite for my tostada. Bomb. I'm gonna grab a radish. I feel like I'm doing like ASMR right now. Bomb. Alright guys, so that was my super easy pozole video. Pozole, is it recording?
Yeah.
Pozole is not even hard to make, you guys. I don't know why people act like it's so hard. Like, it's really not that hard to make. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I'm not late. It's still cold, so you still got time to do your little pozole. Send me videos, pictures, tag me in your pictures of you guys making your pozole. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Tell me what you guys think about my recipe. And thank you guys so much for watching Mo Money's channel.